Current NEC ARC champion and series leader Simon Evans says he's just a big kid that likes to play in the mud. That's why he loves working alongside his brother Eli at his concreting business.
Fat chance of that.
He's a passionate man who wears his heart on his sleeve. No one would know that more than his wife and co-driver Sue.
Susie did an okay job too.
Simon credits her as being the key to winning his first outright ARC title last year. She is also one of the only people game enough to sit alongside him during a wild ride to the top of the sport.
Very good.
One of the reasons I wanted her in the car is because I knew I'm a calmer person around her, and plus she was just fantastic at organising stuff, and she had no fear whatsoever of getting in the car. So I knew she was always going to be a great co-driver, and and it's been very good for our relationship, our marriage.
Well done, sweetheart.
Nice.
You deserve that.
Good job.
Fantastic.
That was hard work. That's pretty rough in there.
It was inevitable that Simon Evans would become a rally driver. His mother tells stories of his fascination with matchbox cars as a child. And then growing up on a property in country Victoria, his father gave him his first car at the tender age of 8. When he was old enough to participate, he took to club and state level competition and proved he had plenty of potential at the wheel. But it was in 1995 that he made an impact on the National Series when he entered the newly developed Toyota Corolla Cup in the ARC. He was an instant success, winning the series 2 years in a row. He set his sights on the F4 category, travelled overseas to pull together a deal with Volkswagen, and won the two-wheel division in '99 and the Asia Pacific category in the year 2000. It was then time to move up to the elite class, Group N, in an all-wheel drive car, something he'd not driven before. After spending time learning to drive the machine to its full potential, he came agonisingly close to winning the Privateers Cup in 2002.
Flat left 100.
We blew the engine on the last stage at Rally Melbourne there and handed the Privateers win over to Chris Atkinson. And so that was a bit of a downer considering we were well on our way to winning our first event. But they say in motorsport those things that hurt make you grow, and it definitely did, because I know the next year I came back in 2003. We still had an up and down year, but we had some fantastic results. We had a lot more podiums, and of course we won our first round of the ARC, being Melbourne. And that was a bit daunting coming back the next year, and all the crowd and expectation was that I was going to win it. And to come into an event where everybody's expecting to win, it was a whole new pressure. And but I was very relieved when we did finally win the event, and that was the monkey off the back for me personally.
His crusade for a factory drive was rewarded in 2004 when he was taken on board by Toyota. But his first year was not without setbacks.
Right, 50.
A horrific accident would delay his ambitions on an ARC series title.
I'm hurting bad.
A broken pelvis laid him up in hospital for a couple of weeks. But like a true champion, he climbed straight back on the proverbial horse.
One of the biggest things that I needed to do was get back in that car straight away, and 5 weeks later I did the next round. And it hurt and it was painful, and I was slow and that, but I really needed to do it, and it built my confidence up so much. It was an experience that I had to go through to get to where I am now. I know early in my career a lot of people used to say to me, Simon, if you would just slow down you would win some rallies. and I couldn't comprehend it, because as far as I was concerned, it was 11 tenths from the word go to the word stop, and that's it. But now I've worked it out, and yeah, it's, you know, you start off at about 7 tenths and you just build into it, and when the roads are getting narrow and there's tree stumps everywhere and that, back it off a little bit, and that you actually don't lose that much time. So, you know, it's a good thing that I have been learning, but I learned the hard way, and I think Dad could tell you that. Like, I'm a pretty stubborn sort of bloke, and I've got to do it myself. I've got to fall on my face to realise that it hurts. You know, sometimes in rallying you can be your own worst enemy, and you know, last year we won.